Hello yogis, my name is Toni and I'll be guiding you through your hips and hamstrings class. We're going to need a block and a strap for our practice. So if you don't have a strap, maybe grab, I don't know if you have a house coat, there's like the strap on that you can use, or a shoelace, or anything that's just long enough. Maybe even a long towel would work for you. So go grab that. For a block, you can use a pillow or a rolled up mat, or even a rolled up towel as well. So go grab those things and then meet me on your mat. So we'll start our practice today in child's pose. So toes together, knees spread wide. Walk your hands forward and just rest your forehead down on your mat, starting to allow yourself to just arrive here in this space. Softening through your jaw, softening through your forehead, maybe rocking the forehead from side to side. Just allowing yourself to be here. Letting go of anything that doesn't serve you here in this moment. Connecting to the inner world and disconnecting from the external world. Knowing that my voice is just a guide for your practice. Ultimately, just listen to your body. So if you need to take child's pose, Shavasana, or down dog at any point throughout practice, please do that. And take a big breath in through the nose. Send the breath down towards the belly. And open the mouth, exhale, side out, let it go. And 2 more breaths, big inhale down towards your belly. Feeling the belly brush against the thighs, the low back reaches up towards the sky. And as you exhale, side out, let it go. 1 more breath here, big inhale. Holding at the top for a breath or for a count. And exhale, side out, let it go. And slowly starting to just walk our hands over towards the right side slightly. Dropping the left hip down towards the left heel, and maybe starting to inch the left hand forward toward the top right corner of your mat. Big inhale breath here. And big exhale. And inhale back through center. And exhale over towards the left side. And starting to guide the right hip down towards the right heel, walking the right fingertips forward slightly. Big inhale breath towards the right side body. And big exhale, let that go. And inhale back through center. And holding here for just a few breaths. Maybe coming up with a mantra or an intention for your practice. Something that keeps you present in this moment. It can be surrender, let go, breathe, inhale, exhale. Whatever you need here, take that and just repeat it to yourself a few times in your mind. You can come back to this word anytime your mind starts to wander throughout your practice or your week or your day, whatever you choose. Trying to keep that word in your mind. Big inhale breath here. And exhale, side out, let it go. Soften through your body, melt into your mat, surrender. Big inhale. And big exhale. Beautiful. Start to roll yourself up to tabletop, stacking your shoulders over your wrists, your hips, over your knees. We'll go through some gentle cat-cows. As you inhale, drop your belly down, sit bones reach up towards the sky, gaze reaches up. As you exhale, round the spine, tuck your tailbone in, press the earth away. Inhale, reaching up, dropping the belly down, gaze comes up, sit bones reach high. And exhale, round the spine, tuck in. And close your eyes and allow yourself to move through this, awakening through your spine, your shoulders, your wrists, Maybe take any organic movement that you need if you want to shift back and roll the hips, or maybe take the shoulders over the wrists. Create some movement here. Close your eyes and just feel into the body. Allow your body to move. And connect your breath with your movements. And 2 more breaths here just to balance the sides out. And as you inhale, coming back through tabletop, I'm going to tuck the toes under and hover the knees off of the mat here. Tuck your tailbone under slightly, engage through your core, press the hands into the earth, hold. Think biceps forward, triceps back, big inhale. As you exhale, sit the hips up and back, coming into your first downward facing dog. You can start to walk your feet out here, bending through one knee and straightening through the other. Gripping your hands into the mat like you're holding on to basketballs. Big inhale and big exhale. You can soften the shoulders down the back. Send your chest towards your thighs. And then find stillness here for a few breaths. Big inhale. And you can open the mouth, exhale, let it go if that feels okay. On your next inhale, slowly start to walk your feet up towards your hands, moving as slowly as you possibly can. There's no rush. Landing at the top of your mat, start to settle your chest over your thighs. You can have a nice bend here in the knees. That's totally okay. Maybe you keep your hands on the earth or grab for opposite elbows. And just maybe you start to rock from side to side. Big inhale. Big exhale. And hold here, maybe in stillness for a few breaths. Maybe you try to straighten through your knees and send your sit bones up towards the sky to help straighten through your legs. If that's too much, you just come back to nice and bent knees here. It's totally okay, finding what works for your body. Let's try to shift forward and backwards a little. Try to find that trust in yourself by shifting the weight towards the toes and then shifting it back towards the heels and lifting the toes. And do that maybe 2 more times, really challenging yourself here and trusting yourself. You're in control. Maybe shift over towards the right side this time and over towards the left. And 1 more time on each side. Beautiful. Take the hands back down to the earth if they're not there already. Heel toe the feet nice and wide. Heels on the mat, toes off the mat. We're going to come down into a yogi squat. Malasana here. Sit the hips down. This is a great place to maybe grab your pillow, your bolster, your block, whatever you need. Maybe place it underneath your hips if you need that support. Hands can come to heart center. And start to think about drawing the crown of the head up towards the sky as you sit the hips down, the sit bones down towards the earth. Soften the shoulders down and back. The triceps press into the knees and the knees back into the triceps. Close your eyes. Big inhale, lengthen through the spine. And exhale, settle in. And holding here for a few more breaths. Maybe you want to shake from side to side, maybe rocking up onto the toes on one side and then the other. And finding stillness here. Big inhale. Grow long. And big exhale, settle. Place the hands onto the earth. As you inhale, lift the hips up towards the sky. Walk your toes back into hip distance. And forward fold. Hold here, big inhale breath. And big exhale. Coming back to Malasana. So walking your toes out, heels in, drop the sit bones down towards the earth. Maybe rock from side to side. Settle in for just 1 breath. Big inhale. And big exhale. And drop the hands down, lift the hips up. Walk your toes back towards hip distance, toes face forward, and forward fold. Just do that one more time. Starting to walk your toes back out, heels in, sit low. Yogi squat Malasana. Hands come to heart center. One inhale and one exhale. Planting the hands back up onto the earth and then starting to send the hips up towards the sky. Inhale, lengthen the spine this time. As you exhale, fold over the legs. From here, we're going to take our left palm, either place it onto your block or the mat, whatever you need here for support. Maybe you come up onto fingertips. I'm going to start to bend through the left knee and then send the right hand onto the low back, onto the sacrum, and start to send your right shoulder up towards the sky. Maybe you take the right hand and hover it, and right fingers up towards the sky. Big inhale breath. Big exhale. One more inhale. As you exhale, fold forward, straighten the left leg. And other side, right hand plants, maybe fingertips onto a block, whatever you need. Bend through the right knee, remembering both sides are different. And when you're ready, start to spiral your chest open towards the left side. Maybe left hand plants onto the low back. Maybe gaze follows up towards the sky. Maybe your fingertips float. Big inhale. Big exhale. One more inhale here. And one more exhale. And fold forward on the exhale. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale, fold. We're going to plant the palms onto the earth, fingers spread nice and wide. Step back, high plank. Find your high plank here. Come high onto the tiptoes. If high plank is just too much for you, you can drop down onto the knees. That's totally okay. And untuck the toes. Breathe here. Big inhale. We're all going to start to shift forward. Bend the elbows back towards the back of the mat. Come down through chaturanga. Maybe you land on your belly. Come into cobra, or maybe come up into upward facing dog. As you exhale, send the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Pedal that out. Reconnect to your breath. Big inhale and big exhale. As you inhale, float the right leg high towards the sky. Draw the right knee in towards your chest, squeeze it in. And we're going to send the right toes outside of the right hand, coming into high lizard. You can drop the back knee down, untuck the toe. Breathe here. Maybe this is a great place for you to hang out. Or maybe you want to go a little bit deeper, coming onto your block, your pillow, whatever you need. Drop your elbows down onto whatever support you need to take here. Hold here. Try to align the knee on top of the ankle and in line with the toes here so that you protect through your joints. Holding, breathing. Maybe you want to find a little movement. Start to rock a little in the body. Maybe you stay here, or maybe you start to drop onto the outer edge of the right foot. Start to spiral the chest over towards the right. Take the right hand and press into the right inner thigh and open the chest up towards the sky. Gaze can follow. Big inhale and big exhale. You can stay here, or maybe you reach the right arm back towards the back of the mat and bend through the left knee, grabbing your foot. Inhale, open up the chest. Exhale, settle into the pose. One more inhale breath here. And if you took a hold of your foot, slowly start to exhale and let it go. Planting the right hand back onto the earth. Left hand follows. Just going to heel toe the right foot all the way over towards the left side, coming into pigeon pose. So the right foot can be a little bit closer in towards the pelvis. That's probably going to be more comfortable for everyone. That's totally okay. Or you can start to match the shin towards the top of the mat, but Just listen to your body. This is going to be different for everybody. You can take your bolster, your pillow, anything, your block underneath the right hip. I'd recommend this for sure to help align the hips square to the mat, the front of the mat. Big inhale, lengthen your spine. And as you exhale, we're actually going to tent our fingertips out towards the edges of the mat. And then we're going to exhale, start to fold the chest down, bending through the elbows. And inhale, start to roll up. And exhale, starting to roll down, oscillating cobra here in our pigeon pose. Inhale, rolling the spine back up. Gaze comes up. And exhale, rolling down. 2 more, inhale. And exhale. 1 more, inhale. And as you exhale, start to fold forward. Find your depth, maybe landing onto your hands, your forearms, or maybe resting your forehead onto a pillow, a block, whatever you need. Just find some rest here for a few breaths. Starting to just find stillness in our pose. Calming down the breath, calming down the mind. Inhales through the nose and exhales through the nose. Soften through your shoulders, soften through your jaw. And allow yourself to find stillness. Allow yourself to settle and rest here. Maybe coming back to your intention, your mantra. If your mind starts to wander, holding here for only 5 more breaths. Big inhale. Big exhale. Can you really think about sending the left hip forward, right hip back here to square through your hips? And having a nice flat back here is going to feel really good. If your hips aren't square, your left hip might be high towards the sky and your right hip down towards the mat. Definitely place a block underneath that right hip. And breathe. 1 more inhale. And 1 more exhale. And as you inhale, start to walk up onto your hands. We're going to take the left leg and swing around so just remove the block or anything underneath the right hip, drop down onto the right hip, and swing the left leg around. So the left leg is going to be pointed towards 11 o'clock. And the right foot can be on the inner part of the left leg. We're going to take our shoulders just on top of the left leg. Inhale, reach the arms up towards the sky. And then as you exhale, start to send your chest towards the left leg. So gaze comes towards the toes. You can plant the hands on either side of the shin. Inhale, lengthen your spine. As you exhale, start to send the heart forward towards the toes. Try not to round your spine here. So if you're rounding your spine, try to come back up a little bit so you can find that flat spine. You can stay here. You don't have to go deeper. Finding a place that works for your body. You want to feel a nice sensation down the back of the leg. And breathe here. Big inhale. Create length. And as you exhale, you fold forward. Inhale to create length. And exhale to fold. 1 more inhale. Length. And exhale, fold. Find your depth. And then inhale, slowly start to walk yourself back up. Just going to cross the ankles, roll over the shins, plant the palms, step back. Maybe cycle through a chaturanga. Coming into upward facing dog. And exhale, downward dog. To switch sides. Inhale, float left leg high towards the sky. Exhale, draw the knee towards the chest, squeeze it in. And then press or plant the left foot on the outer part of the left hand. And drop the back knee down. And take whatever you need here, making sure that your left knee is stacked over the left ankle and in line with the toes. Maybe you drop down onto your bolster, block, pillow, whatever you have, towel, and hang out here. Maybe you find a little rock in the hips, a little movement here. Maybe you close your eyes. One thing, try to keep your gaze forward. If you start to tuck your chin towards your chest, you're going to start to round your spine. Bring the gaze forward so you have a nice flat spine in your lizard pose. One more inhale. One more exhale. As you inhale, plant the hands. Oh, just kidding. We're going to open up to a twist. So if you haven't taken the twist already, you start to open up. Press the left hand into the left thigh, the inner thigh. Open the chest up towards the sky. Maybe you stay here. Maybe you take the left hand back. And maybe you stay here. This is perfect. Or you can bend through the right knee and grab for the foot. This is a great place for a strap to come over the foot and hold on to a strap. You can take that. Gaze comes up towards the sky. Open your chest up. Breathe into the places of sensation, most likely on the top of the right thigh, into the right hip flexor. Breathe here, big inhale. As you exhale, slowly release. Plant the left hand down, plant the right hand down, and slowly start to walk the left foot all the way over towards the right side of the mat, coming down onto the left shin. Find what you need. Maybe you take the block underneath the left hip, if that feels okay, or maybe you don't need it. That's okay too. Whatever you need, take that. And we're going to find our oscillating cobra. So take the fingertips on the outside of the mat. Inhale, lengthen your spine. As you exhale, bend the elbows, start to roll the chest down towards the mat. Inhale, rolling up. Looking up towards the sky, and exhale, coming down towards the mat, folding. Inhale. Lifting, reaching high. As you exhale, bend the elbows slowly, dropping the chest towards the mat. 2 more, inhale. And exhale. Last one, inhale. And this time, exhale, start to fold forward, taking your elbows onto the mat or your hands, or coming down onto the forehead. Find what you need. Take what you need here. Allowing yourself to settle in to this side. Try to drop the right hip down, left hip back to get a nice deep stretch in the outer left hip. As you stretch into the right hip flexor, try to rest your forehead down onto a block, a pillow, maybe your fingers or your palms of the hands or the back of the hands. Maybe find that intention here. Soften your shoulders, soften your jaw. And taking 5 more breaths. Your big inhales, your slow and steady exhales. And 1 more inhale here. And 1 more exhale. And as you inhale, slowly starting to walk yourself up. Maybe remove your block out of the way, or your pillow, or whatever you have. Drop down onto the left hip. Wrap the right leg around towards around 2 or 3 o'clock here. Adjust what you need to adjust. Move how you need to move. Take the shoulders, send it over the right leg. Inhale, reach the arms high towards the sky. As you exhale, start to fold over the right leg. Remember to keep that nice flat spine. Inhale to lengthen, and exhale to fold a little deeper. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, fold. Inching yourself breath by breath closer towards the leg. Sending your heart towards your toes. Your gaze comes towards the toes. 2 more breath cycles here. 1 more inhale. And exhale, fold. Find your depth. And inhale, come back up. Beautiful. Take the hands behind the back, plant the feet onto the mat, and start to drop the knees over towards one side, up and over towards the left or the right. Just finding those windshield wipers from side to side to release all that out. And slowly start to roll onto the back. Drawing the knees in towards your chest. Give yourself a little squeeze, a little rock and roll. Maybe grabbing for wrists or opposite elbows. Slight tuck of the chin. And breathe here. Start to drop the feet down towards the mat. You're going to reach for your block. And we're going to come into supported bridge for our final pose here. So maybe you need a pillow, whatever you're using, towel, whatever. Press into the heels. Start to lift the hips off of the mat and place the block, pillow, bolster, whatever you have, and drop down. Your sacrum, like the low part of the back, is going to plant down onto the block, kind of onto the upper glutes as well. So find a place that feels comfortable and allow your hips to drop down. Maybe you keep your knees bent, this is great. Or maybe you start to walk your feet out straight and see how that feels. If that's too much on your low back, you can bring your feet back up. If this isn't enough, you can always maybe stack 2 pillows or 2 blocks, maybe coming higher onto your block. And then just finding your place here. Your feet can also come together, palms of the feet together, knees spread wide, Supta Baddha Konasana here. And then start to find a nice gentle breath here. Big inhale. And big exhale. Starting to let go of your practice. Taking about 5 more breaths here, wherever you need. If you want to maybe adjust the legs, maybe you had your legs straight and you want to try a different variation, you can take that now for the last few breaths. And 1 more inhale. And 1 more exhale. Bending through your knees and planting the feet underneath your knees. Hip distance apart if you're not there already. And then you can start to press the heels into the mat. Lift the hips off of your block, your bolster, your whatever you're using, your prop. Drop the hips back down. And start to send the feet forward. Finding your final resting pose, Shavasana. Take up space on your mat. Spread the feet wide, reach the arms out wide, palms face up towards the sky. And close your eyes. Letting your body feel the benefits of today's practice. Letting go of any thoughts that are arising. And allow yourself to just feel this energy, feel this space, feel this practice. Notice how you're feeling. Notice yourself just unwinding, letting go, surrendering here on your mat. And I'm going to leave you here in your Shavasana. I challenge you to stay here for a minute or 2 longer than you want to. Take this time for yourself. Take this time to let go and feel the peace, the quiet of this moment. I want to thank each and every one of you for showing up on your practice or on your mats today for your practice. From my heart to yours, namaste. Yay! I know, it's so hard. Trying to make no noise at all. You're like, oh no, I just broke this. No. No, it's fine. We're good. Yeah, just trying to make no noise at all. You're like, oh my God. You're just trying to make no noise at all. You're just like,